revientas el like, suscríbete ya. Retro ahora lo más friki que hay. Cómics y videojuegos te lo traigo sin parar. Este es mi canal y tú lo vas a disfrutar.
Hola gente, bienvenidos un día más a vuestro canal preferido, vuestro canal de videojuegos Retro. Hoy os voy a traer un gameplay de 8 minutos de The Witcher 4. Tiene subtítulos en castellano, es la presentación del primer gameplay de este juego. Seguramente no se saldrá algún anuncio de YouTube porque lo estoy viendo aquí. Pero bueno, si sale lo quitamos rápido y fuera, ¿vale? Venga, vamos a ver. Vale, aquí lo que dice... Vale, creo que no estaba puesto el audio del escritorio, ahora sí.
Alright everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal
Bueno, ya tiene pintaza esto, ¿no?
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when
Sé que
mounting
motor
from any
Unreal esto
angle
utilizan
and
para
speed.
todo, porque...
And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Vosotros pensar, mirad qué tontería estáis viendo ahora mismo, pero la musculación del caballo está hecha real, o sea...
So
O sea, me
let's
parece
leave Ciri
increíble.
behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same carved
qué
approach
pasada
we've
de
been using
paisaje,
for
es
the past
increíble,
20 years, artists should be free
Qué
to
guapo,
take
tío.
a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise
lo que
means
logran
how
hacer un mundo
ambitious
un
we
poco más
are
vivo
when it comes
y
to
más real,
bringing
claro.
our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri.
Qué guapo, tío. Esperemos que no tarde mucho en salir el juego.
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Not even at the Lion Exeter Fair! the furry rascal will often wink, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Da igual que lo...
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
Estaría muy guapo,
Character actions
muy guapo
directly
que lo
affect
hicieran
what
en
happens
castellano,
around
tío.
you. Sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
Eso está jugándose en una Play 5 estándar, creo, ¿eh? Si no voy mal.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it?
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series Quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred? Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Otra vez.
Agobies,
Joder,
incluso si vas contra reloj.
qué pesadito,
Sigue
¿no?
dándolo todo.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon you ladies after one of those.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into scenes
Vale, lo que hacen es un mundo más vivo,
got mackerel
que cada uno tiene que seguir haciendo su rollo.
And
No va a
there
comprar
is
pescado.
tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory is an example of progress.
Estoy bien, tranquilos.
Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelvin. We've worked.
Buah. Bueno, gente, ya habéis visto pedazo de tráiler de Witcher 3, de Witcher 4, perdona. Pues deseando que salga. Ya sacaré en el canal un par de vídeos también de otros juegos que van a salir nuevos. Nada, espero que os guste, revientan sujetar al canal. Mirad una nueva serie que estoy subiendo, Immortal of Aveum, que la iré subiendo poco a poco. Y seguiré subiendo vídeos de Assassin's Creed Shadow, que voy haciendo misión a ver si me abro el mapa entero y hago el 100% del juego. Nada, espero que os guste. Nos vemos en un directo de estos de Warzone que juego con mi primo. Y nada, reviéntale a suscribir al canal y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.
Revientas el like, suscríbete ya. Retro ahora lo más friki que hay. Cómics y videojuegos te lo traigo sin parar. Este es mi canal y tú lo vas a disfrutar.